Be honest. You missed me. You missed the tender sea wonder child. I'm kidding, I'm not the Tennessee Wonder Child. Olin Rogers is. Besties forever. I'm kidding, again. He doesn't know I can't talk. He doesn't know I exist. Anyway, hey y'all, what's up? It's Hakra Snow here. And I'm better now. I'm still sad about the Yuki Akura YouTube account being deleted, but I'm not angry and upset like I used to. Pretty calm now. Anyway, I'm okay. I'm so okay. Anyways, I'm sorry I can't really edit this video and add music to it. Trust me, this girl has tried on YouTube to edit this video because it gives you the option, but she couldn't figure out how it works. And it doesn't give you the same freaking options on how to edit it like a freaking video editor. Anyway, welcome to another Storytime video. There we go, that's better. The Storytime video is about why I haven't really been filming lately. And no, I didn't tell you why. Did I? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I told you why I wasn't in a live video I did, but I deleted that. So I'm gonna tell you again, but without a live video going on. Well, you know something called depression? Yeah, I thought so. Well, that's what I was going through the past few years. I've been going through depression in high school, and I've been going through depression while I was living with my maternal grandmother and my mother in Las Vegas. And it just got to the point where I just didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to sleep all the time. I wanted to waste my life away in front of a computer screen. And I still do that to this day, but that's a habit that I need to work on breaking and to get out there to meet some new people because this freaking sucks and it's lonely. Because yeah, I always complain to my mom that I'm alone and everything, but anyway, yeah. I've been super sad and depressed, and I just couldn't bring myself to film another video, and I especially was upset at the fact that my first YouTube account was deleted. And you can see in my other video, on my other Storytime video, and everything. And my depression got to the point where I was literally losing my mind, and I just didn't care anymore where I went as long as it was away from the place I was at before. Because my maternal grandmother is freaking crazy, and she's mentally abusive, not physically. If you don't know what it means to be mentally abusive, let me explain it to you. Mental abuse is like calling someone names or just saying hurtful things just to make them feel bad and to make them just feel awful about themselves. Yeah. And I think that's way more painful than actually being abused physically. Words are powerful. They can hurt. And that's what my mom had to deal with for her entire life. Being constantly hurt by that woman. I feel so bad for my mother that she had to grow up with a terrible mom. Anyway, yeah, that's mental abuse. And physical abuse is when you just literally like shove or you slap or you freaking punch them and kick them, just beat them. That's physical abuse. But then again, mental abuse is a lot more painful than physical. And over the years, when you don't have anyone to tell you otherwise, that no, you're not this, you're something else, don't believe them, blah, 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 you start to believe it. And that's a sad and unfortunate truth. Even though it wasn't directly at me, it was directly at my mom, and I had to witness them arguing. And the fact that I just couldn't the fact that I just couldn't stand up for my mother and defend her because it would get us kicked out because we really had nowhere else to go. It was hard. I mean, you guys would get what I'm saying, right? I mean, it's hard knowing that your mother is going through all this and there's nothing you can do about it. I wanted to help her, but there was nothing I can do. Anyway, let me go back to the beginning. It all started when I was in high school, although I'm not going to go into complete detail about everything of this because it's personal. Well, long story short, I graduated... No. Sorry. Okay, it all started when we were living at me and my mom's own apartment, not at my maternal grandmother's. We were living there for a while, and Mom got fired from her job because her health got so bad, and that job was pretty abusive, and I was pretty oblivious to what kind of job it really was. I don't know why. I mean, the signs were there. They were there, plain as day, and I didn't notice it until after the damage was done. And that's pretty unfortunate. And anyway, she got fired, and the problems just kept increasing there. She was trying to find a way to pay the rent and feed my dog and everything. And then eventually it got to the point where she just couldn't pay it anymore because she couldn't find work and her health was so bad. She couldn't even work anymore. She couldn't attend the jobs and everything. And speaking of work, yeah, she did find another job that she was training for and that she really liked it. But she ended up getting fired because she couldn't attend another training day. So they let her go and they fired her. And that's when Mom was constantly searching for places to help pay the rent. And she eventually she couldn't do it anymore, so we ended up having to literally move in with my maternal grandmother, leaving all our other stuff behind, just taking what we needed. And that was hard. It was really hard. And knowing that she didn't want us to move in with her, and that she freaking hates us, it was terrible. And Mom was always her whipping post. And there were times where she tried to make me hers, but Mom would go to Mama Bear mode and she tried to protect me and she would take the hits. It's just terrible. It was a really hard part in our life, and we were just so broken down and depressed. We didn't want to do anything. All we wanted to do was sleep all the time and just sit around as couch potatoes all day. And sometimes I had no choice but to freaking listen to them fight. And I had to take both her and my maternal grandmother's dog out. And the worst part is she lived upstairs, so I had to freaking go up and down the stairs. But luckily, at the place she was at, there was an elevator, so I took that all the time. And don't laugh at me at this. I was also having to pick up dog shiz all the freaking time. And excuse me, sorry. And I got really tired of it, so I became too lazy. And they told me over and over again to pick it up. And guess what? I did not. This freaking crackhead right here did not. Okay, why did I call myself a crackhead? I don't know. But anyway, I got to the point where even though it wasn't clear, they were probably gonna maybe threaten to kick Purdue out. And that's kind of the name my maternal grandmother goes by, Purdue. It got to that point, and yeah, it got so bad to the point where I just didn't care if we got kicked out. I wanted out of there. I wanted out. Because I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't handle the mental abuse. I couldn't handle the negativity, the depression. I wanted out. I wanted to be happy. But part of me was too afraid to go because I wanted to take care of my mother because she could barely take care of herself. And my dog freaking loves me. She chose me to be her caretaker and chose my mom to be the alpha to train her and everything. But anyway, my dog loved me to pieces. And having to leave her, that was the hardest decision I ever made. And I miss her to death to this day. I really wish I can pet her, kiss her, and just show her how much I love her and how much I miss her. But I can't. Anyway, this happened while my little sister Andrea was visiting, and because she was moving out of Hawaii, but I'm not gonna really tell you about that because it's personal. I do not want to get too into the personal stuff here. Anyway, one day I once again did not pick up poop, and one of the managers, I don't know if it was an assistant, was it an assistant manager? I can't remember, but came up to the apartment, knocked, and told me that I wasn't picking up dog poop and everything. And I got in trouble again for not doing that and everything. And I even got to the point where I was just all the suicidal thoughts inside of me, all these bad thoughts of wanting to hurt myself. Okay, no, it was hurting myself, not killing myself. I would not do that. Cutting myself. It surfaced, and I tried to do that. I really tried to do it. But luckily the knife was dull, and it was just a scrape. It was just a scratch. And me not thinking, I showed my mom. Then Andrew just went all mother mode and told me to get the hell out. Okay. Anyway. Eventually, Andrea came outside, and she asked if I would be willing to move to Idaho, which is where I'm at right now. Idaho with my paternal grandmother that's on my father's side, Grandma McIntyre, and start my life all over again and get my crap together. And I'm like, very hesitant because then again, my mother can barely do stuff on her own, and my dog loves me, and I don't want to abandon her. But then it got me thinking, this isn't worth it anymore. I have to go. I have to leave. So my sister called Andrea, and my sister called my maternal grandmother, called her and asked if I could move in with her, and she said yes. And next thing you know, I was packing my clothes and scheduled a flight, and I flew all the way over here, and here I am now. I'm living here in Idaho, and I'm loving it, and I'm loving the country life. It felt so good to be out of that negative atmosphere. Not just in the apartment, but in the city altogether. I didn't feel safe in the city anymore. I feel safe here. Well, anyway, yeah, that was my story of why I wasn't filming and what happened and everything. I didn't go into complete detail about it because it's personal. And yeah, this is a long video. Anyway, I'm not going to make any promises that I'm going to film more because there's no video editing program. And, well, I'm just going to see you guys later because that's all I have the strength to film right now. And I love you guys, and bye!